name and job title.
My name is Emily Moravik, and I'm Assistant Scientist here at Green Bank Observatory.
Isaac Helmick, and I'm the newest telescope mechanic here at the Green Bank Observatory.
Josh Moore, and I am the maintenance supervisor.
Tyler Heiss, I'm a systems administrator at the Green Bank Observatory.
I'm Jill Molesky, Public Information Manager.
My name is Sarah Oliveira, and I work here as a STEM educator.
My name is Daniel Scarborough, and my job title is a maintenance specialist.
I'm Casey Purcell, and I'm a software engineer.
Brandon Moore, and I am a telescope operator.
Priscilla Grimes, I am a shop tech specialist in the machine shop.
My name is Brent Gregory, and I am a scientific data analyst.
April Rouse.
Eddie Great House.
Jacob Fennell.
Jane Bonnet, Cynthia Letters, Food Handler House.
Laura Luswick, electronics engineer.
Bob Simmons, technical specialist.
What was your first job?
My first job here was a telescope operator. I came straight out of college.
HVAC tech for Snowshoe Mountain.
My first job was a ticket salesman at Cass.
My first job ever was when I was 16, road cleanup on a school project.
I worked at an animal shelter.
I worked at Wendy's, and I was a cashier.
I worked at D Square Computers down in Marlinton, but I built computers for my first job.
Tell us about your path to the observatory. What's your training or education?
My path to the observatory, I started out going to New River Community College and got my welding associate's degree. The past year, I went to Kentucky for Lexington and did my locksmithing classes there for the site too.
I was born and raised in this county. I studied electronics at Fairmont State. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in electronics engineering technology. It just seemed to be an opportunity to stay in the county.
I went to a vocational school for diesel and industrial technology. Went straight into the field, working on off-road forklifts and truck-mounted cranes. Moved to West Virginia, and that kind of led me to a summer painting position here. I then became the foreman of the painting crew, and then a job for the operator position came open. And I've been here as an operator for almost 6 years.
I have a non-traditional background to work in an observatory, although my role is not one that people necessarily think of when they think of jobs at an observatory. A lot of times people think about scientists or engineers or maybe even software. My background is in film production and anthropology, which is the study of human culture. So I actually started off in museums and historical sites and art galleries before I happened to be moving to this area and see that this communications position.
I came here from Snowshoe, and I've been at Snowshoe for 25 years in food and beverage.
I worked as a CNA and a nursing home for 18 years.
I grew up in the area and always wanted to be a part of the observatory.
I came here on vacations, and I moved here 5 years ago. And I came here from Permore and Green Bank.
What was your favorite thing about your job?
My favorite thing about my job is educating people on software. So we have REUs, so those are students that come in over the summer, and we're able to teach them about the projects that we do at Green Bank. And we also are able to teach them a wide range of languages and techniques that we use here.
I really enjoy working with lots of different people across the facilities in all kinds of different roles. I get really excited when people really care about what they do and enjoy it. I just love getting to know all the different personalities.
My favorite thing about my job is interacting with all the different systems on the GBT. So I love being able to interact with our software team and all the software systems, our operations team, running the telescope, and then also the engineering team, and learning things I would never learn anywhere else.
We do get to move and interact with the biggest telescope on the East Coast. My favorite thing personally is how much we get exposed to. I work with the science division, the software, electronics engineers. I work with such a broad group of people. Every day it's something different, picking up different things, learning how the antenna operates.
Most interesting, challenging, surprising part of your job?
To me, the most interesting is doing the research. So here at the observatory, scientists have a split of their time. So I have 25% of my time to do research, and I have 75% of my time to do observatory-related duties.
The most challenging thing is just like the wide range in student ages that we work with. I have to be able to work with and shift myself and my personality to be able to work with anybody and make anybody comfortable, which can be hard sometimes. You know, you go from, okay, we're dealing with 40 Boy Scouts to all of a sudden the next day, okay, I have to put my serious game face on because I'm working with 20 grad level students.
Why is your job important to the observatory?
Maintenance is important anywhere, but especially here, you know, we do a lot of the unseen things. We make sure that, you know, all the buildings, all the telescopes have electric, have water.
Without us, the equipment that everybody uses to do the research with wouldn't be running. Gotta have us to help steer and get the point in the right directions.
We're like the background, the support system. So if something happens for the GBT or on the site, we're sort of the pieces that gets everything back together.
The scientist role in particular is important because you have a lot of different receivers on the telescope, and there has to be a scientist that knows about that receiver to keep up with its health and teach observers how to use it.
What have you learned since being here, for example, professional development, learning on the job, or onboarding?
That development program, I use that as a prime example. I'm currently using that to take some auto courses to learn a little bit more about being a diesel mechanic.
I've learned everything I know about software since I've gotten here. I had a good introduction to software in college, and coming here I learned everything that I really needed to know. It really helped me start my career in software, which is where I want the trajectory to go as well. I was able to learn everything in small bits until I was able to kind of fit into the software architecture.
I was not in radio astronomy when I started, so I learned basically all of my radio astronomy on the job. So that was a pretty intense period. But I've also learned how to use many different coding languages. I've learned so much about engineering, and so I know quite a bit about those systems now. I've also had the opportunity to work with machine learning and take courses in that as professional development, which has really enhanced my job and made it a lot more interesting.
Have you worked in any other positions at the observatory?
I've been a structural painter, a student in the software division, technical trainee in the engineering division.
Been in the same one for almost 8 years now.
I worked one summer as a painter up on the GBT. I worked 2 more summers as the painting foreman. I started as an operator, and I've been here for 6 years this August.
It is my first one so far.
When I started, I was an education assistant, but then I got promoted to STEM educator, so now I'm more in a role of like, okay, now I lead these groups, I work more heavily with them.
I worked as an RU student with the electronic engineers. I worked at the Clyde's office. I worked as an office assistant, which is a tour guide. Worked as a telescope operator for 4 years, roughly 4 years, and then started this system administrator job. The people that don't have computer science degrees are some of the people that play the most critical roles in making sure that the NRAO and all of its computers function. Don't think that just because you go to college and you get a degree that you're locked into that. Don't think that just because you go to college and you think you're going to get a specific degree that you're locked into that. You can change your mind. Don't think that you necessarily need a college degree. Some employers will want you to have one, but a lot of times you can also swap a 4-year degree with a really good resume of accomplishments and things of that nature. So don't be discouraged. Just find the way that works best for you.